All right, taking it up to Discovery Park. Some of the things I'm noticing is it is more jittery. And again, that could be the tubeless setup, non-tubeless setup. These are tube tires at 30 millimeters. You know, one of my advocacies for wider tires is that it provides a more comfortable ride. And the same goes with tubeless. It's just more pleasant over many hours of riding to have a tubeless setup. Also because I haven't ridden regularly in maybe 2 months. I haven't been going out like every once or twice or 3 to 4 times a week. My stamina is not as high. So in terms of being able to tell how fast I go in this thing, it's going to be hard to say. Handling, more responsive than the Fezzari. So already off the bat, I can feel the responsive nature of this. Shifting really nicely, no chain rub at all. So problem I had with the Fezzari is that chain rub. With the 2x, so this sword is actually really nice so far. Shifting really well. Gave it a little lube before we went out on the chain, and very minimal noise. Very easy to rock uphill on this part. Shifting really crispy, so this is really nice. So basically this section here is a section where you could really no worries, add some speed. Section here is a section where you could really no worries, add some speed. So this kind of area right here, this is where you can kind of get some unbroken momentum down. It'd be hard because I didn't really review the other Poseidons with a tube setup, and every bike that I've turned tubeless has given me more comfort. And the Poseidon X is a very comfortable bike. I would say the Fezzari is the most comfortable bike I've ever ridden. The Poseidon is also like close second. And even with tubes, it's not the worst thing in the world. In terms of the jitters, it's actually a lot better than the Cannondale, for example. But I feel like that's to be expected. This is a more modern bike. So, I would say I'm not going as fast right now as I would be on the Fezzari, but that has more to like do with this is the first ride versus like one bike is. And I don't have the same power I did maybe 2-3 months ago, so I'm not going to be pushing as hard. And I'm also just not going to try to push as hard because yeah, I just don't have the stamina for it, and I want to just get through the whole ride. Very comfortable in terms of like the sizing. Sizing is excellent. I'd ultimately say, yeah, I can feel that just because of the style of bike, it's way more efficient for speed because my fitness isn't where it could be, and I'm still cruising at a decent speed. But the Fezzari and all that, I've had time to upgrade them and do things to them and test them and understand how they work. And you're not going to go as fast as you could go on your first few rides, but I can gauge from the fact that I'm not as fit but still keeping a decent pace. And I feel like each pedal stroke is pretty nice and efficient. It's a fast bike. And again, this bike, because of the tire clearance, you're going to be able to have multiple uses with it. You can turn it into a light gravel grinder, and you could also use it as cyclocross. Really crispy shifting, honestly. And also, you know, the Fezzari and all that, I've had time to upgrade them and do things to them and test them and understand how they work. And you're not going to go as fast as you could go on your first few rides, but I can gauge from the fact that I'm not as fit but still keeping a decent pace, and I feel like each pedal stroke is pretty nice and efficient. It's a fast bike. And again, this bike, because of the tire clearance, you're going to be able to have multiple uses with it. You can turn it into a light gravel grinder, and you could also use it as cyclocross. Really crispy shifting, honestly. Really nice shifting. And so this chicane here, really nice handling through this part. That's definitely a part where the handling of the Fezzari is not as smooth through there. So the handling of this bike really nice comparatively to the other bikes I have. I would say this is the nicest handling. So these hill climbs are going to be where we're really going to find out what this bike is made of. Because there's a sustained medium gradient hill, just goes for a minute. Hill, if you're doing road riding, way more efficient than the other bikes. Now, does that mean more fun? I don't know. It depends on what you call fun, you know? I'm not one to grind out miles and miles on the pavement. I like mixed surfaces. A way better climber than the other bikes. Faster up hills. You can see the stamina because I'm already gassed. Well, I wouldn't be gassed before. And this is where I'm not so good with a 2x, because I get caught in between the chain rings and I don't know which one to do. And instead of pedaling and just go for it, I'd be second guessing myself. So this is something where I would need to ride this a bunch of times. I filled up a water bottle and I don't have it, so I don't have any water for this ride. So that's gonna suck. And I also forgot in the winter, the water bottle fill-ups aren't open, so I won't be able to get any fountain water today. So that's gonna suck. But I'm only going out for an hour and I'll survive. Making the climb all the way to the top of Discovery Park. This is where water would definitely be nice. It's been a minute, so I'm definitely feeling it.